Welcome to I Love You, I Kill You, the podcast where we talk about how much we love each other,
but also how we kill each other too.
Your perfect mix of true crime hosted by your favorite lovely couple.
Ew.
I love you, I kill you.
I love you, I kill you.
Hello everybody, welcome to I Love You, I Kill You, the podcast where we talk about all the ways we would murder each other, but we won't because we love each other. That being said, I love you, I kill you.
That being said.
I don't know, that's me.
How's it going?
I'm okay.
We've actually been apart for a few hours, which is unlike us.
Yeah, sort of. We still felt very together at the same time.
Well,
yeah.
We weren't.
No, we weren't. I was in the computer room, and you were cooking up a storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surrounded by death this weekend, actually. A little bit, if you think about it. The death of...
okay. Linking to the podcast, I was like, how is being on the computer being surrounded by death?
No. I was at a funeral. I've never... Yeah, you know. That's death.
It is?
Yeah.
So what you tell me is that you're ready to go with the podcast because you've had a whole weekend thinking of death.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I've never been that close to a body inside of a coffin before.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
context, Gabriel's grandfather died this week.
Grandfather died this week.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. No, thank you. And then I poured, like, a part of the tradition is you take a shovel and you pour some soil on top of the casket. And I poured the soil very carefully, remember?
Yeah, you know what I was actually worried about, and I meant to say this to you more, but you know there was the big shovels?
Yeah.
And I was worried that people wouldn't know that they were supposed to only put a little bit and would start fully burying them again with the big shovels.
But some people did like 2 or 3 shovelfuls.
Well...
But I think you can do as much as you want, like appropriate. You can't like apply for a job.
I know, you can't level out the whole thing. You know what I was actually thinking? You know the people who dig the holes?
Mm-hmm.
That must be the most awkward job for them because they had to just come in at a certain point and get all those ropes to hoist things about, and it must be uncomfortable for them.
Yeah, the whole funeral, I was just looking at those guys.
I know, and they were like
staring at us.
They were in workman's clothes as well, like fluorescent. Well, I guess the health and safety is important, but it was also a bit odd. Yeah,
no. They wouldn't be in like suits digging well,
not suits, but you know
they were wearing
I wouldn't
wellies.
have expected high vis. Yeah, wellies, weren't they? It was quite a grim day.
Yeah, it was kind of like a wet day, and
as sad as it is, and as much as this podcast is about murder, shall we move on to a more positive topic? Okay,
sure. I'm not sure. Okay, more positive topic. Yeah. So, what else? What's positive in your life?
What else? What was going on in your life until the weekend?
So what was going on? I got a pair of binoculars.
Oh yeah.
From you.
So you being a peeping Tom now?
No, not at all. I am really enjoying looking out the window with because we haven't really, the weather is not that nice yet where we are. We're in Canada. And so going outside, you're bringing binoculars outside. What are you going to see? Like a puddle and like a rusty car and like little snow piles. There's no animals yet scurrying around.
Yeah.
You know? So I've been just looking out the window.
You remind me of, Bart Simpson when he breaks his leg and he's just looking out the window.
Oh, yeah.
I do worry, though. I worry our neighbours will look in because this is when it's dark outside a lot of the time. And if we have the lights on inside, they'll just look across and they'll see you acting like a creep.
No.
But really, a lot of the time, well, during the day, Gabriel's laughing at birds and stuff. But we live in a pretty built-up area, so you could quite easily be pointing at a window, someone getting changed.
Yeah, and laughing
at
nipples or whatever.
Yeah, it's a bit...
I guess so, but I'll be fine. I did take it out to hang out with my friend, who will be nameless. P.
Yeah.
I'll call him P. And he was slightly skeptical, and then fell in love with the binoculars right away.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "So if you guys want,
if there's any sponsorship opportunities, binoculars.
Oh,
Gabriel's the guy for you."
Oh my god, yeah. I could tell. Like I the whole time I'm looking at the binoculars, I'm laughing. I'm looking at little squirrels. I'm following birds. These binoculars are people listening right now. All 20 of you, you're laughing. You're like, binoculars are they're like an old like technology, right? But they're still so relevant. It's like looking into like you never would expect, like looking at something closer from far away would be so interesting, but it is. It's amazing. I sound insane, right?
Yeah, and for the rest of us, we just wear our prescription glasses that we're supposed to and can see.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, I thought I was never nosy. Because you would be look out the window and then you would tell. There's this woman that lived across from us called Sad Bastard. We called her Sad Bastard.
Yeah, formal name.
For her formal name was Sad Bastard because all she would do is like either wash her car or water her lawn or like I'm not even sure. Like
back in the day, we probably talked about Sad Bastard.
Yeah, we probably did.
Sad Bastard was along for the ride. She was here for 3 or 4 years. She used to water her car in the summer.
Yeah,
every day.
Like she would like look out her window at her car and then come down, wipe something, and then.
But she would hose the car for probably an hour. It used to drive me crazy. I work on water.
Yeah,
I don't like to waste it.
No.
Yeah, and then what else? She would water the grass after she'd watered her car. Mm-hmm. She'd stand on the side of the road waiting for people to walk by so she could talk to them. And we're talking probably someone the same age as us.
Yeah, she's a real sad
20s, 30s. So I feel like it was a fair nickname. But then she moved and now I've no one to look at.
Yeah, no one to spot.
It's quite sad.
The whole time I was really interested because I couldn't really see the person.
And I even knew she was moving. That's how nosy I was.
If I had binoculars, I would know everything about her. I'd be like, oh,
yeah, but I don't look directly in the window. That would be a bit creepy.
I figured I could stand kind of far away from the window and still see everyone outside. And I follow like squirrels. Anyway, so this episode is all about things to do with either voyeurism, witnessing a murder.
What's voyeurism?
Like looking at people, like to be really interested
being a peeping Tom.
Not like that's part of voyeurism, but voyeurism could even just be like you're like looking at. It's not like a sexual thing. It could be sexual, but it's just like.
So am I a voyeur?
A little bit.
Okay, I feel like I'm being dumb. I'm gonna Google what a voyeur is after this. I know, but I don't trust that what you're telling me is true. Is a voyeur like a pedophile and you're calling me something terrible or?
Okay, wait. Voyeuristic, relating or denoting sexual pleasure gained from watching others when they.
I don't get sexual. I'm not sitting there wanking, looking out the window.
Wait.
Sad bastard.
Relating sexual pleasure gained from watching others when they are naked or engage in sexual activity. So maybe not voyeuristic.
You've just called me a voyeur.
I thought voyeur was just like you look at people on the road walking.
Hey, my old flat when we first went to university, so my second year of university, and for context, I was at university for about 12 years. So it was a long, long journey. So it was really early days. We lived in a flat that faced a building, and there was always 2 people fucking right by the window. Jeez. But they had the weirdest habits because every time they would fuck, they would stand right up, like nothing after, and they would change their sheets immediately.
Oh.
Yeah. So if I was a voyeur, I would get turned on by that, but we all just thought it was hilarious that they changed the sheets every time. Very hygienic.
You're a comedic voyeur. You're like, hee hee hee.
Yeah. Can't say that we would be that hygienic, but...
we need to wash our sheets soon, probably. I'll cut that out. But yeah, so I guess you're not actually a voyeur. You just like you're curious. Mm-hmm. You're a curious lady. So things voyeuristic, either witnessing a murder of some kind, or something to do with binoculars, or like looking through like a lens. You know.
Okay, this is quite a loose topic.
Is it?
I mean,
voyeur.
I'm gonna set you a task. Well,
tonight, right now?
Actually, I don't know who the fuck I think I am setting you tasks since I do absolutely no work for this podcast.
That's okay.
But next time it needs to be like a 1-word category.
It's kind of hard because I tried to do binoculars like as the category, but there's like no crimes based around binoculars.
Yeah.
There's like none.
You could pick one that was like, you could call it something cheesy like I Spy.
That is pretty good. I Spy. What? Okay, this is all called.
You're cancelled.
This is all about I Spy. Then there we go.
No, don't say it's all about I Spy. Say the topic this week is I Spy with my little eye.
The topic this week is I Spy with my little eye.
You sound like an emo band from like the 2000s. I Spy with my little eye.
I Spy, my little eye. Okay. So the first story is about a sportscaster named Erin Andrews, right?
And she's a creeper.
No, she's not. She's not a creeper. She's a nice sportscaster lady. She was staying in a hotel.
Okay.
And there was this dude named Michael. I think he worked part of the hotel, and he has a room that he rents nonstop. It's like a 24. He has that room forever.
God, that must be expensive.
I know, maybe, but who knows? He works for the hotel. Maybe he's like a manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he put holes on either side of the hotel room so he can see his neighbors. And he has a camera, and he was filming people getting naked. And what happened was Erin Andrews, the sportscaster, found out about this.
How did you find that out?
Yeah,
I guess if you only stay in a hotel now and then, you would know which hotel it was, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess so. I wonder how she found out. I don't know how she found out. Maybe she caught the guy. Maybe she's like, what's going on? And then
a little hole going.
And the guy going, oh yeah, baby. Oh, mama.
Little full eyeball looking through like.
And then like she gets naked and the eye goes, ooga, through the hole.
A little bit cum.
Oh. What?
Well, you said voyeurists get off sexually.
Went through the hole?
That's gross. I shouldn't have said that.
That's funny. So she catches the whatever goes on, what's going on, and she has to make a choice. In order to get revenge and to seek justice, she has to go through the legal system, but at the same time exposing the story.
Oh shit! Everyone will know about her photos then.
Yeah, and so everyone's gonna see, right? So, but she chose to go through with it, so she can she wants to.
So hypothetically,
yeah,
if I took some little nudes of you, some Polaroids of you in compromising positions, which I could definitely do.
Yeah, you have already so many.
Sometimes send them to you at shows just to give you the shock.
Oh, it is fun.
And we broke up and you wanted to sue me or whatever, and you need to get released. What would you choose to do?
But what would you be doing with those photos? You just have them? Or you just like sending them to your friends or whatever?
Yeah, and all comedians in Montreal.
Oh my God. Okay. I would have to do some sort of cease and desist. I don't think anybody would help me. I think the police would just laugh at me. They would just be like, "It's
double
good luck, buddy."
They'd be like,
geez, that's gross. That penis.
I suppose it's a bit different because I'm saying it's me. Imagine if it were
stalker.
You're gonna bleep this name, but imagine if he got a hold of some of your nudes.
That would be so odd. Imagine some dude has "Hey Gabriel, if you don't book me on the show, I'm gonna send this out to everybody. I'm gonna send
out your nudes."
No, not my little Willie.
Huge Willie.
Yeah. So no, I don't know. I would fight it, but with what? I'm gonna go get a lawyer and be like, "So I have a case. Will you do it for free?" No. This is not one of those pro bono cases.
There was a reality TV star at home.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember I think it was on Love Island or something, but he was dating a girl and they broke up and he put a sex tape of her on OnlyFans and he went to prison.
Wow. See, there you go.
So it's maybe double standards.
Yeah,
there.
maybe. I mean, then again, there could be cases where it is the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, so she went through with the court case and she ended up winning $55 million against the hotel chain.
Woo!
That's great.
Okay, somehow I think that's a true story.
Yeah, it is.
You shouldn't have told me yet.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Story number 2. So in the summer of 1955, a quiet...
Well, that just seemed like you made that date up.
No. In the summer of 1955, a quiet Midwestern neighborhood became the unlikely stage for a mystery. John Smith, a photographer, confined in his apartment with a broken leg, found his entertainment turned obsession as he chronicled the lives of his neighbors through his window.
This is that Simpson episode.
No,
but The Simpsons do spoofs of different things. So the Simpsons were doing a spoof of whatever you're talking about.
I don't think so. His attention fixated.
I don't think so.
His attention fixated on the mundane existence of Lars Thorwald and his wife Anna. So Thorwald's fixation on a large trunk and his late-night excursions, followed by a meticulous cleaning of a saw, ignited Smith's suspicion. So he was cleaning a saw that was all dirty.
Sounded like you were trying to be sexy there.
These observations were only solidified by Anna's complete disappearance, along with the untimely death of her beloved dog. Driven by fear, this is so badly written. Driven by fear and a nagging sense of responsibility, Smith enlisted the help of his glamorous girlfriend, Lisa.
So he's got a girlfriend as well?
Yeah, he's helping her. Lisa snuck into the apartment while he was away, searching for clues to Anna's fate. What she found was chilling.
I'm lost. So you said his girlfriend was helping him.
Who's helping the photographer? Like,
oh,
yeah, no.
So it's the photographer's girlfriend, or the?
So he's looking at a neighbor, and the neighbor's like cleaning a saw.
Yeah, I get that.
And
because his wife's disappeared.
Yeah, and so now he sent because he has a broken leg, he can't go down, right?
Yeah, I thought Lisa was the guy who killed his wife's girlfriend.
No.
Okay.
It's and so he sends his girlfriend. They can't. Lisa.
Isn't that a convenient name?
I know, right? So what she found was the trunk. Inside was some of Anna's jewelry.
Why did you go, oh? Was that supposed to be a scary moment?
No. So basically, like, they had enough evidence to get a search warrant, and the apartment became a crime scene. However, no trace of Anna's body was ever found. Confronted with the jewelry, he eventually confessed, and as an escalating argument had ended in Anna's accidental death. Panicking, he dismembered her body and disposed all of it in various locations. During, like, he would go on sales trips, right? And so he would take part of her, like, let's say, like, her leg and drop it in, like, Utah. So he was charged with manslaughter, and yeah.
Wow.
So John Smith, initially dismissed as an overactive voyeur, was hailed for his persistence.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's that Simpsons episode.
Well, we'll find out soon.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, last one. This one is very interesting. So in 1964,
just a quick check. What date was the second one again?
1955.
Not 65?
No.
Sure?
Mm-hmm.
Not 45? Okay.
So this is very specific. On March 13th, oh my God, that was like 5 days ago, 1964, a brisk night in the quiet borough of Queens, New York City, Kitty Genovese, a 28-year-old bar manager, is driving home after a late shift. She parks near her apartment building, unaware that a dark figure lingers in the shadows. His name doesn't matter.
What was his name?
Winston Mosley. What's the point?
I think it's quite relevant. Winston Mosley.
And his twisted obsession is about to shatter the peaceful night. As Kitty walks toward her apartment, Mosley emerges, a hunting knife gripped in his hand. She screams. He strikes. Kitty tries to run, but he's relentless, stabbing her repeatedly. A neighbor, Robert Moser.
Mosley and Moser?
Yeah,
what are the chances?
Yeah. Hears the commotion. He shouts from his window, "Let that girl alone!" Startled,
Let that girl alone.
It's the 50s, different slang.
Let that girl alone.
Mosley flees into the night. Kitty
Why did your voice go so high? Mosley flees into the night.
Kitty, though horribly wounded, crawls towards the safety of her apartment building's entrance. It seems salvation was within reach. But the darkness hasn't relinquished its prey. Minutes later, Mosley returns unseen by anyone. He finds Kitty collapsed, bleeding. He attacks again, savaging her with a knife, and then sexually assaults her before stealing her money and leaving her to die. Oh my God, this is very graphic. Finally, a neighbor, Sophia Farrar, discovers Kitty's broken body. She screams, "Ah!" for someone to call the police. Call the police! But it's too late. Kitty Genovese dies on the way to the hospital.
Oh.
The police arrive, a whirlwind of activity in the quiet neighborhood. The crime scene seems straightforward at first, a senseless act of violence, but something emerges as investigators canvass the area. Rumors of witnesses, not one or two, but dozens, maybe as many as 38 people who saw or heard the attack from apartments, but did nothing.
This is well, maybe it's not for this specific one, but it's used in psychology.
Mm-hmm. So listen to this. The story explodes. The New York Times publishes an article. 38 who saw murder didn't call the police. A narrative of shocking indifference takes hold. Kitty Genovese, a tragic symbol of it. The term the Genovese syndrome enters the public consciousness. A stark reminder of the chilling possibility of inaction in the face of evil.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's like neighbors'
Yeah, no, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, we studied it.
Yeah, I heard of it too, actually. So which one do you think is real and which one do you think is fake?
Could it be the second one that was fake?
Yes, it's based. It's based on the movie. Well, it is the plot of the movie Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock.
Is it the same as that Simpsons episode?
Yeah,
but the ending's different because Maud's not dead.
No, who is it? It's
Ned and Maud.
Yeah, Ned and Maud. Oh, you know their names. Duh. You don't know Ned and Maud. Yeah.
So tell me about. Well, you've told me about the story. Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, he directed that movie. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Didn't
movie.
fool me this week, did you?
No, I didn't. Because
I'm sure we even talked about that Simpsons episode recently.
Yeah, you think?
Did I not literally say at the start of the episode you like Bart Simpson?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the literal story.
I know. You said at the beginning of the episode.
I am a mind joker.
That's why I laughed. I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So, let's say, I wonder, like, how can we apply this to ourselves?
What would you have to see me doing through binoculars for you to want to kill me?
Oh.
And a follow-up question. How would you kill me?
Wow.
With said binoculars.
Let's say I have to kill you. Like, what would I do to kill? I don't know. Because I was about to say, like, if I saw you from binoculars. Binoculars, like, killing Arnie. I would be like, leave her alone. But I don't think I would kill you over it. I'd be, like, very confused and be very sad.
Okay, hypothetically, if I killed Arnie and you were going to kill me in revenge, how would you kill me?
Oh. I would, like... So Arnie's a bird, by the way. We people knowing.
They know Arnie.
So I would put you in a cage, and I would like you'd be stuck in the cage, but it would be very tight. So you're like, and I would, let's say like little holes in the cage. I would stab you from different sides.
Jesus Christ.
That's very. That's quite. That's kind of fucked up. Did you just
drool at the thought of that? Yeah. Also, it was supposed to be to do with binoculars, and instead you came up with this psycho.
Oh no, that's bad. Binoculars. Oh. Like, let's say if you saw somebody doing something across the street, would you call the police? How would you prove it? I guess you would call the police and be like, go check up on them.
Yeah. And they'd be like, how do you know?
I have binoculars. Like, what are you doing with binoculars?
Are you a fucking voyeur?
No, I heard a noise and I have binoculars by my window sill.
Now I'm worried what people are going to think about us, or specifically you.
Why?
Creeping in people's windows. They might
I think they're pretty cool.
Those whole 10 people, or probably 5 people listening to this, might switch off and unsubscribe.
No, I think they're in love with
They'll love it. They'll be like, I want to be a creep like Gabriel. I love
it. It's very interesting.
You know what I would do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know those binoculars up there. So Gabriel has his own pair of binoculars. He's a very lucky boy. What I would do is I would take out the glass and I would go with you, and I'd be like, "Hey, look over there! There's a big fat squirrel or a bird eating a nut or whatever."
Cheetos, yeah.
And what I would do is I'd wait for you to put the binoculars in your eyes, and because I've taken out the glass, what I would quickly do is I would put a knife through and stab you in the eye.
Ooh, that is,
which would be really grim, actually.
I'd be like, my fucking eye.
Maybe I would use like a pitchfork that I'd spread wide open so I could do both at once.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
What I would, yeah.
That's very, very grim. Not that I would do that, but it's just an option. If you ever see yourself in a situation, yeah, where you have to use binoculars. Yeah. Binoculars themselves are pretty bloody heavy, though.
Yeah.
Probably just whack someone over the head with them.
If I dropped the binoculars off the balcony, hit it, land on the guy, it would probably like crack his skull.
Yeah, he'd definitely get a bruise.
Yeah, like but you could use that as like these are. Like, they don't make them anymore. Like,
should keep binoculars by my bed, but then we'll look even creepier.
Well, if someone breaks in the house, it'll be like, to the binoculars. You'll get a knife, I'll get the binoculars. Start pounding on them. What is the protocol if someone breaks into your house? Are you allowed to, like, beat the shit out of them?
Just scared me.
No, but are you allowed to, like, just beat the fuck out of them? Are you allowed to, like... I
guess if it's self-defense, if they're going to hurt you.
But what if they're, like... not trying to hurt you, but they're like hoogity boogity.
Hello, I'm here for a sandwich.
Yeah, like, are you allowed to just beat the shit out of them, or do you have to tell them to go away?
I don't know. You should look that up.
Because that'd be scary.
We're not in the US for anyone listening to Gabriel's accent.
Because
that
remember
means we can't shoot them.
No, we can't,
and we wouldn't want to anyway. I
don't know if we ever talked about this, but like on anything. But like a long time ago, police almost broke into our house thinking we were like.
Oh, yeah.
Psycho. Like, I don't know.
Do you think we talked about that? Yeah, that was scary.
Imagine I came out with like a freaking bat.
So for context, the police in 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
At about 3 or 4 a.m. started trying to break down our door.
Uh-huh.
The door on our balcony on our fire exit. And then obviously we went to let them in, but they thought we were throwing a party or something.
Yeah. Because we're in Quebec where there was like curfews and lockdown, and we weren't allowed. So they thought we were having a party, but I think it was like another neighbor. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was more than that. I don't think it was just that, because there was investigators and like a bunch of police. It was
there was unmarked vehicles,
and they seemed very like angry and
and they were like, "Who's with you?" And we're like, in our pajamas.
Yeah, we're like, "Hello, help!"
The closest we've ever got to crime.
Yeah, and murder.
So those binoculars could have been on a policeman's head, had you have had them then.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You didn't understand what I was saying there.
You meant like he was looking through the window. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Good stories though.
Yeah. You could have talked about like, on police guns they have those little. The sniper ones have little binoculars on them.
Oh yeah, they have like scopes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I could talk about war stories.
Huh?
I could talk about war stories.
Yeah. One time my mum was in the woods walking Maisie back in the day. These are pitch black woods, like in the middle of the countryside pretty much. And she was out walking the dog, but it was pitch black because she just got back from work. And she heard someone, and then there was a red light pointing at her.
Whoa!
And there was police helicopters overhead because someone had obviously done something wrong or escaped or something like that. And my mum and her bloody stubbornness, she was telling me and my dad this when she got home. She was like, they were pointing bloody lasers on me and I wasn't going to get bloody scared. I was going to keep walking the dog. Fuck them and all this. And I was like, Mum, you could have been fucking shot.
Did she counter the police at all, or just the lasers?
Well, I don't know. Like, I think my dad was saying it could have been on the gun,
Yeah, but where did they, like...
She never saw them. She stayed and walked the dog.
That's so creepy. So they're just in the woods looking for someone?
Yeah. Maybe.
They're like, that's not her. She has a dog. It's a woman.
Yeah. Scary, though, huh?
Yeah. What if you're like, oh, my God, they could have just shot her.
Yeah.
That's really spooky. Oh, my God, that's so creepy.
Mm-hmm. So... she could have been one of the binocular people.
Yeah, I could frame you for some sort of crime and then put you in the woods and they'll chase you down with.
Oh, you could. You could fake your own death.
Yeah, and then I'll I'll leave a note. She loves walking in the woods. And then they'll come with snipers and binoculars.
And you'd have to tell me before you die, you'd have to be like, the one thing I want you to do tonight is go on a walk in the woods to remember
Spread my ashes in Newcastle.
Then you'd have to be cremated.
Oh, yeah.
You're not doing a very good job faking your own death if you have to go into a fucking oven.
Spread my ashes. And I'm like pretending to be dead.
And you're like, oh, it's getting hot in here.
Throw me. Then you would have to be cremated. That's funny. Oh, it's so stupid. Spread my ashes. I'm fucking such an idiot.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for listening.
We've made it another week.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know what you said before, but I'm doing this because today the emotion you provoked that made me do it was guilt.
No.
Yeah, I felt guilty for not doing it because you were excited. So that's the emotion that got me to do it today. We'll see what will make me do it next week.
Oh, I was excited to do it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for listening. I love you. I kill you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.